Hello friends, it's the Mompreneur Diaries once again. Today we are having a special dinner. Actually today I was so much excited. I saw my son performing at school, and at one point, you guys, I never thought this boy would develop a speech. So seeing him performing and doing an outstanding performance at school during the closing day was just something. So I decided to make a special dinner for us. And also my nephews were coming over. They're just closed college. So I just decided to make this a special occasion for us. So to start off the video, I'd already made some beef fry. We are going to have a very simple dinner, just beef fry, wet fry, beef, and chapati and ugali and vegetables, cabbages to be precise. So by the time I was starting this video, I'd already made my beef. And by the way, if you've not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you subscribe. We do a lot of content on home management, cleaning motivation, and everything and anything motherhood. So like I was saying, I'd already prepared my beef and the cabbages like you can see on this video. And I just like to make my recipe very simple. We do not do any food additives like Royco or anything, so we just do tomatoes and onions. I was going to light the Juco just to make my chapatis, and I want to show you an easy way of doing it. You have your newspaper inside, then these they call them uhuru bags inside, then in between newspapers. Once you light the first newspaper out here like I'm doing, you just place it at a position whereby mali kuna upepo, where there is wind, and you go do your things. After 5 to 10 minutes you come. Actually, I learned this trick from a client and I appreciate it till to date, because I used to have a lot of difficulties in lighting my jiko, but now it's a walkover. So you can try this hack. Now it was time to start making my chapati dough. The kids had already come back from school, so I was going to make this dough, and then as I leave it to settle, I'll go and give the kids a shower, then come back and make my chapatis. How I do my dough is that I mix the unga with cooking oil, and then I add salted water, and then I mix thoroughly until I cannot have any more dough in my hands, like you see at the end of the video. Once I'm done kneading, this is how I cover my dough with a cling foil. So I'll leave it here to rest for some time as I give the kids a shower. We all go to shower. So that, you know, also you don't want to serve people when you're sweaty and all that. So during school days, we do our dinner in pajamas, for the boys that is, because after dinner we just take some time and then they go to bed. But today they were going to be in jeans, and it's also a way of communicating to Alpha that we are moving to a different season. Like this will help him to transition from school to, you know, to the holidays. It will help him to know that today we are not having dinner in pajamas, so it means tomorrow we are not going to school. We actually do this on Fridays to help him know that the next day is a weekend. And on this day, I just wanted to do this also to help him understand that they were closing. At least he's beginning to have a little bit of understanding, but also we have to use other means of communication to help him. My dough was ready by the time I was coming back, and also I had changed to a Dera after shower because I find them very comfortable when I have a lot of things to do around the house. So this was going to be, they're also light enough, and actually I link the person who sold me mine. They're very strong and very nice. They don't even tear off, they don't shrink, they don't fade. So I really like them when I'm at home, and they come in handy. So actually my husband told me something about chapatis, that if you want to make soft chapatis, I'm not the best chapati cook around here, but he is. So he told me, if you want to make the best chapatis, you make sure that you do the dough so well that it's so soft. Once it's soft, your chapatis will just be okay. So, and he also showed me a hack of how to, limit the time you're going to use to spend when you're making your chapatis. Just make big balls and then roll, and then add your cooking oil, and then cut them into pieces and roll like I'm doing. Actually, this is very fast, and it really makes my work easier. So I'll not really I'll not really do a video of me cooking the chapatis, because the video would have been so long. And of course, we've done a video with him here on us making the chapatis. I'll add the link below if you missed on that video when we were making Kenyan food for our guests. So I did not see the point of also doing that on this video. But the chapatis came out so well. You'll see them later on when I'll be making my chapati rolls. And also, you guys, I wanted to ask, what are some of these things that really make you want to celebrate your child, especially if you're a special needs parent? What are these milestones? Even if you're not a special needs parent, there are these milestones that your child just achieved, things you've worked so hard for your child to achieve, things that have taken time, things you've been waiting for, like for us, this one in particular is such a score. So we couldn't just let it go. And then with the current COVID situation in the country, we couldn't go out. So just making some dinner for us in the house or something. And I've also learned to appreciate my children. Whatever small achievement they make, I really make sure that I appreciate them in whatever way, in the smallest way possible. These things go handy for children, by the way. We might never notice, but I realize it going, so they come a long way, Just making some food and letting them know that you're celebrating their achievement is such a big deal. For Alpha, I think this was such a deal for us. And we really thank the Lord for everything, because it actually takes the hands of the Lord for us to get to this point. It's not our effort. It's not what we've paid for. It's not anything. It just takes the hand of the Lord. I know you understand where I'm coming from. So now, here I'm just making my the fried onions. I also got a hack here from my chef during a training. She told me that the first thing you do, you make sure that your onions drain all the water. So you just put them in a pan and leave them there before you add oil. Once they've drained all the water, then you can add just a little bit of oil to make sure that they're fried so well, until the color turns to golden brown, or your preferred color, but golden brown is the best. So to this, I just added a little bit of paprika to give it some good color, like you can see here. So I really loved that. So we are going to use this for our chapati roll. You'll see that later in the video. In my fruit basket today, I had pineapple, mango, apple, and orange. So I asked my husband to come with another piece of mango so that you could make mango juice. At least the boys love the mango juice. We do not mix this with anything, because if you do, they'll not drink it. If you do cocktail, they won't drink. So they prefer mango, and that was just okay for us. And then the other pieces of fruit, like the apple, pineapple, and whatever, I'll just cut them into pieces off camera. Then I'll grate some carrot on top of it just to garnish it, like you can see here. Then that is ready, and we are good to go in terms of the fruit and the juice. Time to finally make our chapati rolls. So to this, I just added a little bit of the fried cabbages and the onions. Then I'm just going to roll these. I made each adult one piece of this. Sorry, don't mind my voice. I got caught up by this influenza thing. So it's just cabbage and the onions, and it tastes really good. You can add mayonnaise if your people like that. My family, they do not like such things. You can add tomato, you can add kachumbari. So I was trying to make it as simple as possible, so that if anyone wanted to add something, they would add it on the table. And actually, you can try these you can still be, brunch, breakfast and your lunch. It's very heavy. If you eat one, you're just okay and you're just good to go. Now we are setting the table and I'm putting everything ready. I had removed all the centerpieces except the candle and the freshener. You remember the freshener we made? I'll also link the video below. The DIY freshener. So the table was smelling very fresh. My candle was on the other side in the kitchen as I was cooking. So we are going to use this one, the DIY candle. I'll also share the link in my description if you missed out on that video. So I was just making a simple dinner table setup, because I also, like I've mentioned before, I do not like my kids and my family to feel enslaved to things we can do without. So I just wanted a simple table setup whereby everybody would be comfortable eating and, without any fears of CG breakages and what have you and what have you. So I always make sure that you set the table before everyone is seated, so that by the time you're sitting for dinner, we're just set to go and start the eating. For the juice, I prefer to pour on the glasses, so that you would have an easy time. And also, because I did not make enough per se, I wanted to ensure that everybody gets the right portion of juice. But it's okay. It's also a good way of minimizing on utensils. It's also another thing, and we are busy over here. So that's the reason why I was serving the juices beforehand. It's also a good way, of just making, you can see it made the table look more brighter and more beautiful. And this boy could not just wait for us. So he decided to start with his juice before I brought the food. My nephew was very helpful in shooting this video. He's actually a very good photographer and videographer. So if you're looking for someone to do your photography, your editing, your business photos and videos, I can hook you up with him. And yeah, so that was our table. I was very happy. I forgot to bring ugali at this point, but you'll see it later. So we were now ready for food and everybody was now seated. One of my nephews had not arrived, but it's okay. We were just going to start. He was not far away. So my husband likes serving the children when he's home. So anytime he's home, he will be the one who is serving the children, or anytime you're having dinner as a family, he's the one who is serving the children. So he's just serving these children, and I really like that about us. So it was time to pray for the food. We make sure that we pray. It's a value we've instilled in our children, that before we start eating, we have to thank God for it, because we know there are people who have not had what we've had, and we pray for them also. I would also like to urge you that as you pray for your dinner, always remember those who have not been successful on that particular day, because there are so many. And I tell you, this food was so yummy that once I sat down, I did not even stand up. So now my other nephew was here, and we were here enjoying dinner. I tell you, it was such a beautiful night. We laughed out the night as we were just waiting for we usually have our online caches on Friday. So we just enjoyed our meal as we were waiting for the online kesha this particular night. I hope you've gotten inspired and motivated by this video. And if you really liked and enjoyed this kind of video, just enjoying what people do in their homes, parenting videos, home management videos, hacks and tips, cleaning motivation, then you're in the right place, because we do a lot of such content in this place. In regards to our home, in regards to our children, in regards to our careers, as women and as families. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe so that you do not miss out on any videos. And I really want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you very much if you're new to this channel. And also thank you very much if you've come back and you've always come back. Thank you, and see you in my next video.